What's up everyone, this is Platinum Howler 14, bringing you guys another post-commentated Wi-Fi battle. This week we've got another single battle against Michael, aka Overlord Kyra, and this commentary's main goal is to try and help Michael become a better battler. Hopefully my commentary will give him some good insight on how he can improve his game, and as well as I'm going to try to point out a few things at certain points in this particular battle, a few things that I would have done differently if I were in his position. There's no need to sugarcoat it. He's not exactly one of the better players in the ION League, but I'm not about to take him lightly, because with a win in this battle I can potentially earn myself a shot at the championship set next week. So let's get into my team. This week I am bringing the team that I built for my first championship challenge against Custos way back in like April or something like that. I've got a Mega Swampert with Stealth Rock. It's my Stealth Rock setter, and my Skarmory is my Spike setter. And the main strategy with this team is to hazard stack and then hopefully sweep late game with either Thundurus or Choice Banded Extreme Speed Dragonite. So that's basically the team concept. And looking at the matchup against Michael's team, Sylveon puts in a ton of work against Michael. There aren't a lot of things that can, well, nothing on his team can damage Sylveon super effectively, so it can get big hits with Hyper Voice off on pretty much everything. So I'm going to decide to lead off with my Mega Swampert, because I can try to get my Stealth Rocks up right away. They're going to hurt his entire team, and nothing on his team is going to be able to get rid of them. But unfortunately, he's going to lead with his Superior and force my Swampert out. I have the perfect switch into this Superior, and that's going to be Skarmory, because I quad resist the Grass type Leaf Storm. I'm going to take it like it's nothing, and I can scare this Superior out and safely get up a layer of spikes on his side of the field. Nothing on his team is going to be able to get rid of the spikes either. So now I have to switch out. I'm going to switch out into my Sylveon. Sylveon's going to be able to eat up anything that this Rotom can go for. And he shows the Hidden Power Ice, a move that he carries on Rotom over Confuse Ray, which is awesome, because I would much prefer facing a Hidden Power Ice Rotom than a Confuse Ray Rotom, as you all know. Anyway, he's gonna Volt Switch on the next turn. Probably would have been a good idea to Volt Switch on the turn that I switched Sylveon in, because then you would have been able to get something in that you wanted to against Sylveon that could damage it, like Electivire. But instead, he's going to Volt Switch on the second turn, and he switches into Electros, which you'd think would be able to take 2 or 3 Hyper Voices from a Sylveon, from a non-Choice Spec Sylveon, but he doesn't, which blows my mind. Why does your Electros not take that much damage from a Hyper Voice? Like, what is going on? You need a better spread on that Electros for sure. But in either case, Superior is going to come in, and I just switch into my Skarmory again, because I wall this Superior to hell and back. He gets the boost from Leaf Storm this time, and he's going to go for the Hidden Power Rock to try and get some damage on my Skarmory. That's not going to do anything at all. I go for Whirlwind this time in case he wants to switch out, and I can phase him into something he doesn't want in. He's gonna stay in. He stays in though, and I Whirlwind him out into Electivire, and I can go into Swampert now and get up my Stealth Rocks, because this Electivire can't really touch Mega Swampert whatsoever. So he actually stays in with his Electivire and goes for another Ice Punch on my Swampert. There was really no reason at all to stay in against a Mega Swampert if you're an Electivire. 0% of the time is your chance to win that battle one-on-one. So after I get my rocks up, he's going to switch into Tornadus, and I'm going to predict a switch out into something, not necessarily the Tornadus, but I'm just going to decide to bring in Tentacruel because my Tentacruel is not the most useful in this matchup. It's pretty disposable, so I'm just going to switch into it, and whatever he goes into, I can, I don't know, go from there. I go for Rain Dance. I never thought about this when I went for Rain Dance, but I give his Hurricane 100% accuracy. Probably, it doesn't seem like the best idea, but because I get confused and I'm not able to do anything with this Tentacruel, but it doesn't turn out to be the worst thing in the world because I can bring Swampert back in. I have Mega Evolve, so I do have my Swift Swim, and I am able to outspeed the Tornadus and knock it out with a Waterfall. Next, he's going to bring in Superior. Going to take Stealth Rock and Spikes damage now, and I'm thinking that this Ice Punch is going to be enough to take it out, but it's not going to be enough to take it out. The Superior is going to survive and get off its Giga Drain, knocking out my Swampert, and gaining Superior about 30% of its health back. So that works out for him. I was really not expecting him to survive that Ice Punch at all. But now I am just going to bring in my Sylveon to eat up a Leaf Storm and take the Superior out with a Hyper Voice. Superior is going to go down, and this is the last turn of Rain, so he's not going to be able to bring in a Rotom and get a boosted Hydro Pump off on me, which is good. I'm going to get some leftovers, and he's going to bring in the Electivire. I'm pretty sure now the Electivire is actually the only physical attacker that he has left, so that's probably why he brought this in. He's going to take Stealth Rocks and Spikes damage again. I'm going to protect just to get some extra health back with leftovers because Sylveon deals with the rest of his team pretty well. But I know I don't really want Sylveon in on this Electivire. I'd rather save it for the Rotom and the Malamar in the back. So he's going to go for a Wild Charge, take the recoil damage as I bring in my Dragonite, and it's basically now it's just time to spam Extreme Speed. He's going to switch in his Rotom, take some Stealth Rocks damage, and get blown back by a couple of Extreme Speeds. This Rotom really, again, the same kind of issue with Eelektross. Eelektross should have been able to take a couple of Hyper Voices from Sylveon, but it didn't. And Rotom should definitely be able to take a couple of Extreme Speeds from Dragonite, but it didn't. So we really need to work on some of those spreads. You can't run... You have to have some Pokemon with some defensive investment on your team. But anyway, he's going to bring in the Electivire, take more entry hazard damage, and I just take it out with one Extreme Speed. And his last Pokemon is Malamar, so there's really no reason to switch out. I'm just going to stay in and Extreme Speed some more because it's the only thing I can do. I'm Choice Banded. But here, he always uses this Malamar. I really want to discourage the use of Malamar in... Well, in OU at least. I think it's a really cool Pokemon. It can definitely work in some of the lower tiers. But you see how little damage that does. A super effective Rock Slide. It does, what, 52 damage. It doesn't even take out an uninvested... It doesn't even a 4-hit or 3-hit KO a non-investment Dragonite. So... I mean, you can use what you want, but if you're using it because you think it's good, it's not. So, I mean, use what you will, but I just try something else. Try something else. Malamar isn't the best Pokemon. Anyway, so I hope that helped you, Michael, to try and see what I was thinking in my mind we really need to work on some of those spreads. As I mentioned, the Electros and the Rotom, they should be able to take those attacks. And if you don't have any switch-ins, then your Pokemon are going to be going down really quickly, and you're not going to be able to conserve the Pokemon that you need to dismantle teams like mine. Anyway, good game. I look forward to the next time we battle. The next time we battle, hopefully I will be the champion, as I have earned, with this win, I have indeed earned a chance at the championship match next week against Zero. I'll be building a new team that will hopefully be able to put up a good fight against Zero. We'll see. I mean, I don't really necessarily like building the most overpowered, the most standard OU singles teams. I mean, this team may seem pretty like standard-ish, but this is about as standard as you're going to see from me. I'm going to bring some interesting things, interesting strategy, and we'll cross my fingers. Hopefully, I play well enough to win. I do want to apologize ahead of time if the holidays get in the way of me actually having that battle, because you know it's not always easy to find the time to sit down, and you should have other priorities over the holidays than just Pokemon. But either way, I can guarantee you that it will be played, and there will be a post-com of it uploaded at some point. So you can look forward to that. Stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time.